Hi everyone, and welcome again to my channel. So, yeah, this one's quite big, quite heavy. Just try and not get emotional about it. So, today, I don't know what it was. I guess I went to a friend's place and we spoke about some things, and I was so inspired by it that I decided today to, I don't know if it's called coming out, because I've already come out the closet. Not really. I mean, about me being a transgender woman. The other thing about me, it's a secret that I've kind of kept for. I'm trying not to edit this video, just trying to make it straight. I've kept the secret for 12 years from both my family and friends. Although I really don't owe anybody anything. I thought I would just tell everybody in one go. So I did it on Facebook. And I thought, let me do it on YouTube because it is quite an important message. So I didn't even tell my closest friends. I didn't even tell my family. My family is the one that I'm more concerned about. But as people even tell me, and as I know to what this truth is, I don't owe anybody anything. But this is more of a message. So, I have, 12 years ago, I was actually in the sex industry for about 6 years. And so the last 12 years I've kept that a secret because I felt so much shame. I carried a lot of shame, and it's actually made me really depressed keeping that secret because, part of me having this platform on YouTube, although people will think, well, it's only a tiny little platform, you've only got 300 and whatever followers, it doesn't really matter. It's a platform that's out in the public, the YouTube, the Instagram, the Twitter, all that social media stuff. Being out in the public, being, called an advocate, comes with a lot of responsibilities, transparency and honesty. And in this, being an advocate for the trans community, which is something I don't take very lightly. I take it quite serious, and I have a lot of respect for it. As we know, a lot of us, not a whole lot, but there's a lot of us that are in this industry or have been in the industry. And for me not to say anything about my experience, it is not my past. A past would be something so bad that I never want to do again. And I'm not saying that I'm going to get in the sex industry anytime soon. It's an experience that I had. It's like any other job. It was a job, and it was part of my life for 6 years. I basically dedicated 6 years of my life to the industry. And so, no, I haven't actually physically called or texted my family and said, look, because I don't need to. It's just a job that I did. And obviously, coming from a Polynesian background, a religious family, there's a lot of shame that comes with it, being attached to that industry. So I don't want it to kind of in this misconception of people who are in the industry or have been in the industry. I don't want people to think that people are in this industry because they have a sex fetish or because they just want to go shopping or it's so glamorous and all that. It's none of that. It's like a job like any other job. If you have made it your full-time job, it's freelance work. This is the only way that you're going to pay your bills or get money, food to eat. And in my experience, I've seen a lot of us in the industry for many different reasons. People there trying to support the family, pay their bills. They've got most of it for trans people, a majority of it, that we have no choice. You know, we've got no other choice, no other means but to do sex and just to get into the sex, because we need money. We need money to survive. And I know in America and Australia it's very different. It's quite different for, I think within America, it's more to do with, truly to do with survival. When you can't, and it's not just trans people, but just people in general, can't get onto government support. So everyone switches into survival mode, and not everybody can actually do the sex industry. But yeah, so for those of us that do it, most of it is, the reason is to do with being able to survive in this world, to get the bare essentials. Man, I hope you all can hear this. So yeah, so I wanted to do this video to let you all know that, yeah, I have been in the industry for 6 years. I don't need to explain right now, because it's not really relevant, of why I got into it. That will come in another time. It has to be in the right moment, and you know. I mean, there's a little story to it, but I don't need to explain it now. Yeah, so, and the reason why I decided today was the day was, over the weekend I went over to a friend's place. I basically told her about a little bit about me being in the industry, and that kind of felt really liberating and free. And I thought, well, this is what I want, you know, because there's so much misconception of people who are in the industry, and I felt like it was my responsibility to give it a new life, to say, you know, people in this industry that are not all junkies, they're not all, you know, crazy people, whatever. You know, they're people, they're fighting to survive. And when I see so many stories and comments, people attacking the industry, my heart falls to pieces, because I could just come in and just say, look, why don't you speak to me? Why don't I say something about being in the industry? Why don't you, instead of just ignoring it, you know? So I've carried that I carried that guilt for many, many years. I've been not able to say, you know, from my experience in the industry, this is what happens, blah, 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 blah. And I've kept it because I didn't want to put shame on my family. I didn't want my family to feel shamed, because this is the last thing I wanted to really want them to find out. But, and you know what, 10 years I've been willing to tell my family this and my friends. I mean, the first 2 years I definitely wasn't going to tell anybody, but after 2 years in the industry, I wanted to tell my family. So 10 years I've been struggling to try and find a way to tell my family, this is what I'm going through. Yeah, so in the last couple of years, I have been trying to tell, I've actually tried to give out hints to everybody, just so, and it was like a way of me to kind of, you know, weave it in slowly, you know, give out little hints, but that wasn't working. The more hints I give, the more drawback I felt not to tell anybody. So today was that day I decided, okay, I'm just going to tell everybody. And it wasn't just to spill it out. There is a message behind it. The message is that I wanted to make people feel free to tell their story, to feel good about themselves, to be liberated and not hold things like this. Secrets like these shouldn't be a secret. It should be, well, at some point it does have to be a secret, but then when the time is right, don't feel ashamed about it or feel bad about it. You know, whatever reason people get into the industry is so irrelevant. You know, people are in the street to pay the bills, basically. and to survive anyway. So I wanted to share that little short story. And I know I'm going to get judgment from God knows where, from whoever, and I don't really care. And I don't really care anymore about the shame that my family or my friends may feel. That's up to them. But not my family. I actually don't know. Because I'm still stuck on that. I should tell my family. But I don't owe anybody anything. I just wanted to tell this, to send a clear message. You know, that that the sex industry is not a bad thing. Yes, it is tough, and yes, it can be unsafe, all that and all that kind of stuff. What I'm trying to say is we have to think about some of the reasons why people do it, because they actually have no choice. There is no choice. You know, you have people who try to find work but just have no luck. And, you know, it's not like people go looking for sex work to do. It kind of like falls on you. And then you're like, okay, let's do it. Let's see if I can survive on this. You know. I think that's all I wanted to say. I don't want to say too much. But I'm not a person who likes to say sorry and apologize. But I will apologize in this instance. I apologize that I may have upset some people, disappointed some people, made people angry. For whatever reason you feel against me, because I'm coming out talking about, you know, my experience in the sex industry. I don't really care anymore. You know, you don't pay my bills. You don't keep me alive. I keep me alive. I'm surviving. I'm just trying to survive in this world, just like anybody else. So I hope that nobody else judges other people who are in the industry. We're all humans. You know, there's so many things said about the industry, and people forget there are human beings behind the sex industry. Yeah, and I think I'm going to leave it at that. Anyways, I'm going to upload this next video after this one. Just a little video about what I got up to over the weekend, which was amazing. Moving on to something else now. I got together, and the other part of it is, you know, as I said before, being an advocate, I need to be open. I have to be transparent, because I'm going to be faced with people questioning and or asking me things about what struggles that trans people go through, and and a lot of it is to do with not finding work, and the only choice they have is to do this industry, to get into this industry. Anyways, so that's that. So thank you for listening, and thank you to everyone that's can have an open heart and open mind. I'm happy to get it out of my system and feel free and liberated. Look, I'm not trying to come out to get attention, because God, this is the last thing that I will want to get attention from. This is the very last thing. It's very hard to just come out and say that, you know, hey, I used to be a sex worker. For me, it's one of the hardest things. It's harder than, well, it's not really hard. It's one of the hardest things, because people are going to place judgment. People are going to start talking shit. But I dare those people to say shit to my face. I dare them. I still have the highest respect. As I've said on my Facebook page, I respect all people in the industry, especially my trans sisters. Especially my trans sisters, who really have no other choice but to do it. You know, places in South America, Central America, because places like New Zealand, Australia, and the UK, we have privileges. So I acknowledge that I have privileges. But I acknowledge my sisters who have fought to get out of the industry but never made it. I acknowledge my trans sisters who who were killed in this industry, those who are still struggling, surviving in this industry today. You have my highest respect. Anyways, and I also have the highest respect for clients as well, because there's a lot of good clients. I need to say that, you know, there's some clients who are very respectful and wonderful and amazing. But then you have those assholes. But anyway, that's fine with you. Anyways, so I need to get that out. I need to talk about this video that I'm about to upload. So, sorry. Just wipe my tears. Anyways, on to some happy news. As I said to you before, I joined forces. I joined forces with two of my friends, Rebecca and Sasha. We formed a group together called Trans Sisters United, and the group was we're really about empowering our community, especially our trans community. So that's what our group is about and for. It's to empower other trans people, and we are working on doing a lot of things: volunteering work, community service work. And we're currently working on one particular project, and we've also decided to do another project on top of that, but it's all linked together, which I can't talk about, to be honest. We're still in the process of working things out and getting other people involved to kind of assist us with the second project, which I will tell you at another date, and there'll be like a video for it as well. Anyways, so as I said to you before, I was going to introduce you to these two amazing people, Sasha and Rebecca. So in this video, I'm going to introduce you to them, and then there's some bits and pieces of what we got up to over the weekend. Anyways, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and thank you for staying for this whole, I don't know, currently it's this video itself with me. It's going on for about 18 minutes, so thank you for that. And if you are not tired, please go on to the next, please stay tuned to the next part of this video as I introduce you to Trans Sisters United. As you can tell, sorry, I forgot to mention, yes, it's been 3 weeks since I've lost my voice, and it's still crappy. It goes in waves, it goes up and down, and today it's a bad day because I can barely talk. I'm struggling to talk, but I don't know what it sounds like. I'm hoping people can understand what I'm saying, because I actually can't hear what I'm saying. I can a little bit, but I really can't hear the words properly. But anyways, thank you for watching, and stay tuned. And I'm going to end this video right here, even though it's going to continue on. Love you all. Thank you. Bye.